Hello and welcome to the Avidity Fitness Mobility Lab. Today we're going to go through a nice, simple, easy, deep breathing exercise with a variation of yin style yoga poses. This is great to help with joint mobility and decreasing stress and reducing anxiety and promoting healthy sleep. So get you a drink of water, get your yoga mat. Get ready. We're going to do the yin poses for 2 minutes each, and we're going to focus on deep breathing. Pet your puppy if you got one, and let's get into this thing. The first pose that we're going to be working on is the broken toe pose. So here we go. You're going to sit back onto your heels, almost like the thunderbolt pose, but it's a little bit of a variation. When you get up on your toes, I like to pull my pinky toes out to get a better stretch in the bottom of the foot and get a nice deep breath, get focused. We're holding this thing for 2 minutes. I also like to put a reverse prayer pose on when I'm in this position, just to stretch out my shoulders a little bit. Right now, it's a variation of the reverse prayer pose because my fingertips are pointing to the ground. Nice deep breathing. You want to clear your mind out. See right here, I put the fingers up towards the sky in the traditional reverse prayer pose. I'm focusing on one spot in front of me, and I'm blocking out all the distractions. Deep breath, filling my lungs and my body with oxygen, and release slowly, very slowly. This is a great way to practice our meditation, shift through the unneeded thoughts that we have throughout the day, pinpoint the ones that we need to focus on. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice. Let that go nice and slowly, and get ready for a seated forward fold. We're going to crawl forward a little bit, sit in the middle of the mat, bring your legs on out. This is going to be great for your hamstrings. I have really tight hamstrings, so this is a great pose for myself. Let's get into it. Reach up real big, fold over your hips. You don't want to be rounding your back. You want to keep your lower back straight. And start by grabbing the ankles if you don't have much flexibility. As you breathe out, you can reach a little further. I like to keep my feet flexed so I feel the stretch deep through my calves. Sometimes you'll feel the stretch starting in the heel, and it'll run all the way up through your calf and through your hamstrings to where it touches into your hips. Remember, this is a deep breathing exercise. You don't want to be breathing normally. You want to take big breaths, filling your lungs completely with oxygen, and then long, slow exhales. It's the perfect time to set intentions for the day or for the week. This is a perfect place to be, though. This is exactly where you need to be. Filling your body with positive energy. Helping you focus on the things that really matter. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Good job, good stretch. Now we're going to move into the full saddle pose. So bring your knees on up to the front of the mat. I'm gonna get my timer ready. Holding it for 2 minutes. This is a bit of an intense stretch, so take it easy. Take it at your own pace. Right now I'm just sitting into the hips and I'm gonna come back onto my elbows. Right now, if this is plenty intense for you, that's fine. You can stay right here as long as you need to. Get a nice deep breath out. Slowly come all the way down if you can. If you feel sharp shooting pains in your knees or your thighs or your hips or your lower back, any type of pain, then just come back up to your elbows or just sit in it at the top of the position. Right here, this is a beautiful, beautiful time to let it all go, to melt into the ground, melt into the earth, become one with your breath. Breathing in and letting it out slowly. Breathing in exhale slowly. This is a tremendous stretch for the quadriceps, as well as the psoas in the front of the hips. Releasing that connective tissue and elongating the muscle fibers. Great job. Come up very slowly. Don't rush it. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to pull anything. Now we're going to go into our vinyasa flow. Yeah, my knees get really tight when I do this full saddle, so I got to work them out one by one until the blood is circulating again, and then I'm ready. I come into a plank, tight glutes, tight abs, come down into a chaturanga, four-legged limb staff, upward dog. Then we're gonna dip our hips and look to our right, dip our hips, look to our left, and come up into our downward dog. Now I'm still in the beginning of my journey, so don't make fun of my downward dog, please. Stretch out those hamstrings, drop your chin and chest to the floor, walk out your legs, pedal them out. Reach your right leg up, bring it to the right side of your mat for your lizard pose. Get ready, get steady, drop your back leg, your back knee that is. Walk your right foot to the very far side of your mat, kind of on the edge, the outer edge of your foot. And when you're ready, you can drop on down to your elbows, or you can hold yourself up if that is enough of a stretch for you. But if you would like to go deeper, come on down to your elbows. We're here for 2 minutes, so get focused on your breath. Speak love to yourself. Remind yourself that this is exactly where you need to be You're creating the strong energy that will carry you out the rest of the day, the rest of the week. Breathe in and breathe out. If you spend a lot of time seated for your profession or at home, or if you drive a lot, this is an amazing pose to open up your hips. I personally have a lot of trouble with tight hips, and this is one of my favorite poses. Keeps me mobile and fluid. Breathe in. Exhale slowly. Okay, good job. Come on up, nice and slow. Walk your foot back in. Raise your knee up, and we're going to come back to downward facing dog. Stretch it out, drop that chest. Paddle those legs out a little bit if that's what feels good. When you're ready, lift your left leg up. Bring it to the far left side of your mat. Drop the back knee. Got my timer set. Let's go. 2 minutes. Swing your right knee out, so your left knee rather, so that you're on the outer edge of your left foot to help stretch that hip out a little bit more. Wave to your girlfriend if she just came home. Drop on down to your elbows if your mobility will allow you to. And just breathe. Remember, deep breaths, slow and controlled. You're bringing oxygen into the body, into the bloodstream, into the lungs. And from there, it's going to your muscles, to the tight areas, to the tense tissue. Breathe in. Breathe out. You know, a lot of people shy away from doing yoga because they don't understand it, or they think it might look goofy, or any of number of reasons. But ever since I found yoga, I've experienced new things about myself, my body, and my life that I don't think I would have ever experienced before. If you suffer from anxiety or any other hyperactive mental disorder, or if you are constantly plagued by a lot of thoughts, okay, good job. We're done with the lizard pose. We're coming back to our plank. We're going to come down to the four-limbed staff pose, up to the upward dog, and then we're going to sit back into child's pose for a few breaths. 4 total breaths. In as deep as you can, and out as slowly as you can for 1. In, out for 2. 3 and 4. Now walk yourself back in. These next few poses are only going to be 30 seconds long. We're going to do a side bend. Left arm goes straight up over your head and bend to your right. Feel it all through the lat muscle from the hip all the way up to the back of the shoulder. Same thing with the breath here. We're deep in and out for 30 seconds. Deep and controlled. For the last 5 seconds, we're going to bend our elbow and look up towards the sky to get an extra stretch. Deep in, breathe in real deep. Come back to center. We're going to go to the next side. Right hand goes straight in the air. Bend to your left. 30 seconds here, deep breaths. Great stretch for your side muscles, your back muscles. For the last 5 seconds, grab the back of the head and bend your elbow and look straight to the sky. Get one last deep breath, as deep as you can. In and out. Awesome. Now come back to the center. Now this next one is called an eagle arm pose. You're going to take your left elbow and put it on the pit of your right elbow, and then you're going to twist your wrist around to where you can almost clasp your hands and fingers together. And the same thing here. You're just going to breathe in deep, let it out, breathe in deep, let it out. One more, in and out. Last one, in, let it out. Awesome. Switching hands. Same thing, just the other side. The right elbow sits in the pit of the left elbow, and you spin your hands around to where you can almost clasp them. In and out. 4 breaths. Good job. Let it go, release it, and get ready for the cow face pose. We did this in elementary all growing up, or at least I did. You're going to bring your hands together in the middle of your back. I'll spin around so you can see. And we're going to hold this for 4 breaths, just like we did with the eagle arm pose. Release that. Switch it to the other side. Four breaths here. In and out. Let it go. Release it. Now breathe in really deep. Sit forward, crisscross. Now bring all the positive energy you possibly can conjure up, pull it into the center of your chest, and then thank yourself for taking the time to work on some mobility and flexibility and working on your positive energy. Give the puppo some pets. He's a top-notch fella, so he deserves it. Chug some water. Good job, guys. Thank you for joining me.